Is Project Cars 3 a good starting sim? Well, I'm so glad Slightly Mad Studios changed up the formula, add a bit of their own nut here of arcade feeling to the game. Do not get me wrong. If you like ACC, AC, all those games, more realistic, I don't think you'll like this one. But if you don't like the stupid realistic, I think you'll really, actually genuinely like this one. So what's distinct about Project Cars 3? Well, at least among consumer-friendly racing games, that it downplays speed and it emphasises on precision, consistency, calculation, and practice. Project Cars 3 has plenty of speed, but that's what it's not about. Instead, it's a game based on driving well, but what's new is it's all tied together by a progression system based on good driving. It's a multi-faceted progression structure. You'll fill lots of different buckets with progress, which is a great hook. It's something always advancing. Your car collection, your upgrades, your car's levels, your experience points, your accumulated career objectives, your accolades, your available races, the very tracks themselves. Every time you drive, whether you're winning, losing, practicing, or just exploring, you're progressing to something. There's no wasted revolution of these cars' wheels. The career mode, alright, so we're going through here for what you do in career mode. Rivals mode is an overarching progression that spans a somewhat interesting career. There's numerous flaws, and yes, Project Cars looks kind of like a comparison to Swift 2. Well, yeah, on its own too. It's really solid proportion of simcade racing enthusiasts. Much better than 2009's Grid, for example. Career mode missions, the quests in career mode are a disaster, starting from the back and Grid, but then finishing first in 1 or 2 laps, draft opponent for 5 seconds and overtake the opponents are pulling away from you on a straight. Quests are insanely hard. Quests feel buggy. They do not reach your completion quest correctly. Sometimes you have to reduce the difficulties to complete a quest. Difficulties to complete the quest, well, the quest system needs some refinement. Each event, there's 3 career objectives. Sometimes the objective is to win, but there's always more to it than that. A certain number of clean overtakes, meet a speed goal for a particular section of track, draft an opponent for an amount of time, stay in the top 10 for a duration of the race. Since every event has 3 objectives, oftentimes winning isn't one of them. You might find yourself not even caring if you win. You're here just to drive well, not the fastest. That's what I like about this. The objectives will give you some experience points, but mainly due to unlock more events and career mode and all that sort of stuff. But you're not limited to what's available in career mode. You can set up custom events of any track, event, and car. Custom events, you get experience points to your profile, will advance your accolades, but career mode selects all your game progression systems into one of the most glorifying campaign structures you'll find in any race game. It's never just about winning a race, it's always about driving well, learning the track, trying different cars. It's about learning and experimenting, making progress the entire time. Frankly, it puts progression in other racing games to shame. There's some bugs I've encountered. The road E majors, Eiffel weather, Master 7 corners, the ideal line indicated by the game in Nuremberg GP is not the right one, but I still enabled the ideal line indicators, followed the instructions, still couldn't finish the quest. It stuck at 85%, but it seemed like the game didn't register my live movement after it rains. Japanese routes, dark desert, after opponent 5 seconds in overtake. I did that several times, couldn't finish the quest. Now, you upgrade your cars by buying new parts, neatly broken down by other category than actual parts. I don't have to know what camshaft or ECU does. I just decide whatever categories to be stock performance, track, motorsport parts, basically level 1, 2, 3 and 4. All cars have various categories. They can be upgraded categories, components, various types of cars. Interface tells me each part change to the car's acceleration, top speed, handling. I also see how it changes the car performance rating, which determines the car's class, therefore what events are it's eligible to race. So, the AI difficulty in this game is super inconsistent among these tracks. Makes it super hard to complete the quests. They are incredibly fast and straight. I've even upgraded my car mainly on acceleration and top speed. Sometimes the AI can carry incredible speed through high speed corners. That example will be 130R at Suzuka. Yeah, it's just incredible just how much grip they have in the rain and everything. If you set the aggression above medium, the AI will basically get close to you on a straight with an incredible amount of speed, then torpedo from the inner line. What if you cover your inner line defensive? Nope. AI will just cut the corner, squeeze you out. Also the wet, they're not too bothered, it's just a wet track with just super grip. Yeah, it sort of fucks me off actually. It's the same in AMS2 and other Project Cars games are exactly the same, and looks like it's still just carried over. But I had my fun. I just forward to the bastards. So the car lineup, here we are. It's a fucking massive selection, and some new from PCAS2 and others, new other ones idling in the DLC electric pack, the IDR power pack, all drifting sideways. There's a style pack, Fezzes, etc. Or Ferraris, if you don't know the lingo. Legends packs. It was Japanese Legends. It was like the other Project Cars games. The car collection is like awesome, just genuine awesome. The best from every era. A small focus on GT3 cars. It's nice to see some old glory cars like the Jaguar, my personal favourite, the XJ20. It was absent from games for a long time. On the other hand, you have the most advanced racing cars, but missing some features like original modern F1 cars. But everyone gets a small piece of his or her favourites. So yeah, I find it just awesome. They always have the best car lineups. It's just amazing. Love it. So, sound again. A decent job. The greatest problem is the mixing. It's a bit confusing. You can hear the turbos and the flywheel and a road car too much. So the mixing is like you're permanently in a race car without any sound insulation. But this is a problem within the whole series. So here I'm going to link you. This is the RSR at the moment. Then I'll link you the next RSR. So next we're going to go to the Aston Martin V12, the 2013 version. It's my favourite car, but that's when I knew this game wasn't good with the sound. It's very much used from old PCAS 2 really. It's such a shame because some of the cars sound really good, but then I go to my main cars and they're just not on the level with ACC, and I'll link that video right here. So now we're going to look at photo mode and replay mode. It's just a very, very basic, just a replay mode. Yeah, maybe 8 options, which aren't that good. They've just got cockpit, normal at the back, trackside and all that sort of stuff. So there's not really much difference in previous ones. And the replay, the photo mode's pretty good. I don't mind it. but it's very, very, very basic and slapped together and very slow. Yeah, I didn't find it that great at all. Just trying to, as you see here, I'm just trying to go around and just take a stunning shot, but then like the zoom in, all that sort of stuff. But they do actually have some pretty good filters for it. I think my favourite's the Sin City one, which was really cool. But they've got so many to choose from, which is really cool. I love taking photos and I like doing replays and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, more options the better, I reckon. But yeah, so if you're a bit of a photo mode addict like myself, as you see there, you can put the logo everywhere, which is fucking annoying, so you can't bloody change it to do anything else. But yeah, I very much like it, and you can see the product here, it looks bloody good, so I'm like, oh yeah, pretty, oh yeah, and I just took a screenshot, so yeah, there we go, I must have liked it. So yeah, very basic, and I don't think there's broadcast control, so yeah, it's more or less a single player game. So graphics and tracks, overall decent job. It's not really the best graphics out there. The live track 3.0 feature is really nice. You can see the drying line coming out when there's rain all over the rubber, and rubber's coming off the tyres to the asphalt. But the most negative part for me is no anti-aliasing. You have to work around with your graphics and graphics card driver. But yeah, overall, the game has excellent driving physics for the gamepad, like really good. On the gamepad, you're always knowing what the car is doing, and you clearly can feel understeering, oversteering, power slides, grip differences on the track. I'm using a PS4 controller, feels great. The wheel's packed away at the moment. But I think this game's best on a controller. And there's also like, there's fucking snow, and then they even have a penis track in this, which is funny. But yeah, overall, I've enjoyed it. But yeah, like, this is all maxed out. And yeah, it's, yeah, it runs flawless, like 60, no problem. But I was having a nice battle here with the AI, even though it's snowing in Ruapuna. But yeah, you've got super grip in that, so it's, your tyres are all over the show, so you never know what's going to happen. So yeah, hopefully this is a bit helpful. So now I'm going to talk about tracks. There's plentiful contact, especially in tracks. Some public roads, but they mostly use race circuit, and this is good. Why? Because you get some of the best circuits there are. Nordschleife, Nürburgring GP, Hockenheim, Old and Modern, Monza, Imola, Barcelona, Algarve, Silverstone, Old and Modern, Watkins, Glen, Bathurst, Brands Hatch, Isolde. The list goes on and on and on. But no mistakes, there's still painfully some missing, i.e. Spa. Even the modern version isn't included, which is really weird. Would be nice to see the layout used in 81, 2003, before the bus stop chicane was modified. Pikes Peak, maybe, and Le Mans. So there's possibly more to improve this later on with this DLC, I would have thought, but I don't know. It's quite shocking, really. They didn't include that. So my final thoughts on this. I've tried to hate this game, but I keep coming back every day to beat another daily challenge, and I'm having fun. And that's why we play games, to have fun. So I get it. It's a bummer that you can't do visual customization, sort of libraries to rim paint, yeah. But in my opinion, at least, everything else is so far titties and beer. I'm actually having more fun with this than I did with the Forza Motorsport series. This game by far has the best cockpit view. Being able to change the FOV to 120 makes you feel like you're more likely getting a truly view of what's like sitting in these cars. So I'm glad Slightly Managed Studios changed up the formula a bit and added more to this. But it's absolutely worth a buy, especially on sale. And Ian Bell or whatnot, it's still a good game. If you're on a controller, it's a good starting sim. It's very helpful. It helps you understand what we need to do going through corners. And audio, a little bit shit, but you know, that happens, you know, in games like this. But overall, you'll have fun with it. If you're starting in sim racing, this is absolutely fantastic to start learning how to control cars and have fun while you're doing it, even if you don't want to do serious sim racing. So thank you very much. I am Sticky, aka StickDeath1980. If you liked the video, please give her a thumbs up, and thank you very much, and hope you enjoyed this little preview thing, or whatever, I don't even know what to call it. So yeah, ka kite anō, stay safe.